Are you looking for connections and contacts with companies that look at open innovations in your category? Or maybe you've reached out to people that might have relationships with those companies. Well, guess what? You don't need them. Let's take a look. Many people in this industry think that you need connections and contacts and relationships with people that know some of the companies that take outside innovations in your category, and that you need to connect somehow with them in order to get your product in the door. I get contacted all the time, and people think that I can pitch their product because I've been in the industry a long time. I've worked with lots of people in lots of different categories. And yeah, I know a lot of companies. But here's the deal. A good idea is a good idea, and it can come from anyone and anywhere. And it doesn't matter if I walk that product in there or if you simply submit the product to the company. It's not going to change what type of interest level that company has, because initially it's not really about you. It's about the product. And they know that good products can come from anywhere. So we put together some pretty cool information to kind of show you how that works. Let's take a look. This is one of the biggest misconceptions in this industry. And it breaks my heart because there are such wonderful products sitting on people's shelves or in their mind that are never going to make it to market. So in this video, we're going to cover why you do not need contacts or relationships to get your product into a company for a potential licensing deal. Let's take a look at some of the reasons why people think this. There's reasons that people think that they need contacts and connections and relationships to get their product into companies. One is, most industries are driven by relationships and connections. So I get it. Every other industry that I've ever been in, yeah, you need relationships and connections to sell your business. They are new and unfamiliar with the industry and how product licensing works. And I get that. There's not a lot of information out there, and that's one of the reasons we have Inventinsight, is to help people learn about the industry. They don't think of themselves as a bona fide inventor or product developer. Well, I have to tell you, and I think you probably know this from watching Shark Tank, that many of us aren't. We're not bona fide inventors or product developers. We're just people that come up with solutions or new ideas or improvements on products in the market. Their work experience and skills are not inventor or product design related. That's not a problem. Nobody's ever going to ask you for your resume. So just cross that one right off the list. Some of the information available in the industry eludes that you need connections. Yeah, well, if they have products to sell you, then they're going to convince you that you need them in order to do it. And that's just not the case. Now, these are legitimate concerns, but I want to show you something very interesting. This is one of the most important slides and points that I want to make in this video, and that is many inventors invent across a multiple of categories. Every person I've ever worked with has come up with products in all kinds of different categories, and we often don't know anything about that industry or that market, and we don't have any contacts in it. And that is what is the beauty about the licensing business model. I've had heart surgeons come up with pet products. I've had mechanics come up with storage solutions. I've had medical experts come up with hardware products. And If you thought that I had any knowledge of the laundry space before I licensed my product, the Stain Station, well, I had zero. I am so not the domestic goddess. I had no contacts. I didn't know anybody. I just created a list of 50 companies that I thought was a good fit for my product. I had 7 companies contact me back, and I licensed to one of them. And it's the same with so many people that I've worked with over the years. So you really don't need to have contacts and relationships to get your product into these companies for interest. Okay, so here's the deal. If a company looks at outside innovations, then they know the good ideas come from anywhere and anyone. And if this is the source they use to get new products for their product lines, then believe me, they have their doors open and they need products. The ideas are welcome. Now, we have more information that talks about these companies that are looking for outside innovations on our YouTube channels. We're putting the link down below and above. If a company looks at outside innovations, most will have a process in place to review those products. They kind of have to. I mean, whenever you have a program, you need a process. I mean, who's going to do what, when, where are things going to go, and when is it going to happen, kind of thing. So finding out what that process is key in getting your product into the company. And part of that process is they have to look at all the products submitted in order to find the right products for their company and their product lines. It could be from anyone that has submitted their products to that company. Let's take a look at this scenario. You have a famous inventor and his product. Then you have a gal that's actually licensed a product with this company before, and you have her product. Then you got the new guy, first invention, and you have his product. All 3 are submitting their product to the same company. Most product reviews are conducted by a team of people from the company. So it might include somebody from the product research and development department, or often there's a manager of new products, getting new products into the door, sales department, marketing department, manufacturing department, and maybe even a company executive. So what are they looking at? Often it's going to be a good fit for their brand and product line. They're going to be looking at manufacturing costs and pricing, and they can kind of eyeball that a little bit to get a sense if it's going to be expensive or difficult to make, product viability, marketing potential, and who of their clients might be interested in that product. Now, back to our scenario. Here is the review process at work. You have the team and the products, and the products are really the only thing that they're reviewing at this point. And it doesn't matter whose product it is or even where it came from. For the initial product review, it is generally not about you or who you know or how you got your product in the door. It's about the product. In a way, it's not really a sales process. It's more of a delivery process. But with that being said, here is what contacts and relationships can do for you in this industry. I have found that sometimes my product can skip the submission queue. And one of my main goals with my connections is to find out what types of products the companies are looking for. So I may contact them and say, I have a product that does such and such. And many times I don't even create a sales sheet. I just tell them about the concept of the product and then all the benefits of the product. But you do not need contacts or relationships or connections to submit your product to a company for a potential licensing deal. I hope you found today's video helpful. Please comment below. We would love to hear from you. And be sure to check out the resource links below where we provide more information on some of our other YouTube videos and some of our courses at Inventinsight on this particular topic of contacting companies or submitting to companies or even finding the companies. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to click the little bell to hear about any upcoming videos we post here at Inventinsight's YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.